Good morning, my beautiful souls, my lovely queens. How are you in your realm today? I'm out for my walk as usual, trying to, figure out, I guess, what to talk about today. Never have a plan. I just kind of go with whatever comes up. And I thought, you know what? I'm having such a push pull inside today about keeping my word to myself to talk out loud, process out loud as I walk what's going on internally versus being quiet and letting what comes up and process through as I walk, doing my usual internal processing because that's what's comfortable and that's what's normal. Getting outside of my comfort zone with processing out loud being uncomfortable. Maybe I should talk about that push pull because don't we all often feel that push pull, that tug of war inside when it comes to food? I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat, but I'm eating anyway. What is the internal war going on inside? And I use that term loosely. What is the push to eat, but the pull back to not want to eat because you're not hungry and you don't really want it and it's not good for you? What is the war inside? And oftentimes, what is it that wins out? Is it that you eat, you sit and you binge, and then you regret doing it afterwards? Then you go into the shame, the guilt, the judgment, the criticism, the name calling, whatever your cycle includes. Mine included burying my head in the sand after a barrage of name calling and continuing to push those feelings down. So, what wins out most often? Is it the push to eat that wins, or is it the pull away? I don't want this food. I'm not going to eat. My guess is it's the push to eat. And how do you get through? How do you let the pull away win versus the push to eat to win? And that may be different for everybody. But for me and my clients, what we practice is stopping in the moment and taking a deep breath, exhaling slowly, and asking ourselves, what am I really wanting in this moment? Is it really food? And give yourself the space to listen. What comes up for you? What's the first thought that pops into your head? Is it that I'm really hungry? Is it that I need a hug because I'm feeling down? Are you lonely? Are you bored? Are you stressed? Whatever it is that comes up for you, and recognize it. Allow it to present itself to you. And then I challenge you to feel that for 90 seconds. That's it. Minute and a half. Most often, our emotions will process away in 90 seconds. Then after you process it for 90 seconds, if you're still hungry, you still feel the need to eat, then eat. But then do it with the awareness that I am choosing to do this. I have the ability to say no so that you don't criticize, beat yourself up, go into shame, guilt, regret, criticism afterwards. Be more aware of your behavior and the intentions behind your behavior. And it's a practice. You're not going to be perfect at it the first time. That's okay. None of us are. But go into the event with that intention. I'm going to start to become more aware of what is driving my behavior. What are the thoughts that are driving the emotions for you, resulting in you eating? And if you choose not to eat it, what is something that you can do instead to soothe that emotion in that moment? Can you go for a walk? Can you journal? Can you call somebody to talk? Can you talk to yourself? Go find a quiet space so no one hears you and start processing out loud. It's going to feel weird. I feel weird right now. Thank God nobody's around on the track to hear me. It was a little weird the other sessions that I did because there were construction workers working on the roof of the school where the track is that I walk on. And I felt like, oh my God, they're listening to me and they're laughing at me. But I did it anyway. I allowed myself to sit in those feelings and do it anyway. I even got caught by a neighbor sitting on his front porch with his dog smoking a cigarette as I'm walking down the street talking to myself with my phone in my face. And I felt so embarrassed and a little ashamed that I got caught. And what were those feelings? Because everybody's always taking selfies and doing things with their phones, and they don't care what people think about them. So why do I care? And I got to allow myself to sit in those feelings. And by the time I got to the end of the street, I was okay. When I got home, I even told my husband, This is, oh my God, a neighbor caught me talking out loud to my phone as I'm recording my session, my thoughts. And I was like, I don't know why I felt so stupid and so embarrassed. I said, everybody else does it. Continuing to justify to myself that it was okay. And he's like, you're right. He says, everybody does it. So why do you feel that way? Because there's still an underlying fear of judgment. I don't know this person. They just moved in. So why does it matter? And I'm sure 30 seconds after I passed, he completely forgot about it and never doesn't even remember me talking out loud. And I giggle to myself now because I remember completely stopping what I was saying until I got far enough out of earshot to pick back up where I left off. So find yourself a space that's quiet, no one can hear you, and process out loud. Because sometimes when we process out loud, when we hear what the thoughts in our head are telling us, when we say them out loud, really, that's what I'm thinking. That just sounds really stupid. Or that just doesn't make any sense. And it sounds so trite, but it works because I've caught myself since I've started processing out loud, thinking the same things about the thoughts that I have. So if it's happening for me, I'm sure it's happening for other people. And maybe it's happening for you. So try it and see. Because once we tell ourselves those thoughts out loud and we say, that really just doesn't make sense, it gets to fall away. It doesn't really come back up for us unless we choose it to. And then there's something else underlying that thought that needs to be released as well. So, what is the push pull? What's winning most often? How are you handling the push pull inside when it comes to eating when you're not hungry, overeating and binging? And these things sound so simple, and maybe they are, but they work. Let's not overcomplicate things and make them harder than they need to be. And it's the small, consistent steps that we take that result in big change and transformation. It's not the one profound thing. No, I'll give you, sometimes that does happen. But most often, it's not the one profound thing that's going to create complete change overnight. So, what can you practice in the moment to help you take a step back before you eat to say, do I really want this? What's really going on? What's really going on? What can I do instead of putting this food in my mouth when I know I don't want it? I know it's not healthy. And being more aware of, if I do eat it, why I'm eating it. And sitting in those feelings, allowing them to process. Don't get stuck in them. Ask better questions for you to yourself about those feelings. And then once you process them, move on to the thing that will soothe you more, healthier than the food. I hope this helps, my lovely friends, my beautiful souls. If you have any questions, concerns, need help, reach out. I'm here for you. I hope you have a radiant day. Stay true to you, my beautiful queens.